All right, man, we're ready to go, I think.
All right.
Okay. So everybody has your stuff, Bruce.
Okay.
I handed out your handouts, and everybody's got that. So does anybody? I guess we should start with you guys. Does anybody have specific questions? I mean, to address your needs, Ellen, Clay?
I have a specific question, Bruce. Is it better to do? I wrote a book. I created a WordPress blog, but I got much more action on my Twitter feed, and I actually got interviews in the UK and in Ireland on the book using Twitter. Is Twitter a better investment of time than a blog, or do you need both?
I think, well, the short answer is I think you need both, but I think the much longer answer is the blog is much more powerful than Twitter, because every post on Twitter is a page. So think of them every page. So as you make posts, you're making continual pages, and those pages sit out there forever. So and people can access them, and Google can find them. So they become very powerful. One of the techniques that you can do with your book is blog your book. Blog every single page of your book. I don't know what kind of book it is, but just start making short posts, either 2 paragraphs by 2 paragraphs or whatever, but blog the entire thing. And you don't necessarily have to start at chapter 1 and work your way out. You can kind of go in any order that you feel like. But people won't read your book that way, but they'll find your book and your material. So this is a great technique to sort of, and you can also write your book and rewrite your book in the blog. And then on the side of the blog, put a little, do you have it on Amazon or do you have it somewhere that people can buy it, is put a little thumbnail of the book and link it to us. So, if you want to read the whole book or you want to buy the book, here it is. But in the meantime, you can read about it. So it's a fantastic thing. You already have the content done, and just start putting it out. And then every time you do a post on your blog, Twitter that post and go, here's a continuation of that chapter, or here's a little tip on something, or come up with a clever headline. Put it on your Facebook fan page. Put it on your Google Plus page. You just spread that material through all your channels, which is something I'll be talking about this morning. So you've written the whole thing. You're done. Now it's just promoting it.
Right. And
you can add photos. You can add video. You can add resources. It's a great question, and kind of spread from there. So.
Bruce, excuse me for interrupting, but that's the same thing that I've been doing with this workshop. I mean, I've only had time to do it, to post a few things, but I'll put pictures up, like on my blog, the BillGentile.com site. On that blog, I'll put the same pictures up on my Facebook page, and I'll Twitter, not the pictures, but I'll Twitter about, this is the second day or the third day of the workshop, or the halfway point, and I'll say, see www.billgentile.com. So the idea is just get that stuff out there so that more and more people see this.
And then a key to all of this, and I don't think if you are, and I think because you have a places page or fan page on Facebook for that material, so you're getting stats on it. But I don't know how many of you are familiar with Google Analytics. Anybody use Google Analytics? Okay. Make sure Google Analytics is on whatever this platform is that you're sending out information. It'll work on a WordPress. And then you can start to see what people are reading. Where are they interested? What part of that book are they interested in? What piece of information have you sent out? Incredibly valuable, because you can you're getting stats back. You may find nobody cared about chapters 1 through 4, but boy, they really love chapter 5. And you go, I didn't know that. Maybe that's another book, or whatever. So that's a key thing. I think it's Dan, right, who's doing the veterans stuff. Yeah, this kind of getting this kind of information is just invaluable to you. And Google Analytics is the tool to do that. And we can talk some more about it, but you can really hone in and see what people are looking at. The same thing on the blog. If you use Blogger, there's stats on there. WordPress might have a stat thing too, but very powerful to sort of get a read on the market and what's happening and what people are interested in. So.
You look at Google Analytics. I just started using it for the website for the organization, the Sergeant Sullivan Center. We just started kind of putting the website out there and by posting it on Facebook by various people. And there's a one section that says page views, and then there's another category, unique user page views. And what's the distinction between the two? I sort of understand it, but
unique views would be the people who are coming uniquely. Like if I come and visit your site, Google puts a little piece of code on any viewer so it knows whether I came back. So unique views, how many people are coming is an important stat. Page views are how many pages they looked at once they're on your site. So are they coming and leaving going, oh, I didn't really want to look at this site, this isn't what I wanted, or this is really what I want to be on, and now they stop bouncing around. How many pages are they traveling around through your site? Google, likes to reward its visitors with successes. So if it sees them going to different pages and looking around, then that's a successful. So that's a key number to look at.
So if you look at my website today and you become a unique user, if you go back to it tomorrow, will you no longer be unique?
That's right. I think it keeps it for like 30 days or something.
Yeah.
What's your website?
www.sergeantsullivancenter.org. Sergeant SGT SULLIVAN.
Sergeant Sullivan
Center. Yeah. .org.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got it. Well, that's a video. Let me go to your.
Yeah, that's the video that was made in here.
Okay, so I have it here.
It's kind of rudimentary.
Yeah, it's getting going is as important as anything. So that's okay. So this is great. We can. Is it okay if we talk about your site and give comments
Sure.
and things? Okay. So I'll come back. This is a good example of what you can kind of do. And one of the things I had wanted to talk about today. Let me get back to the home page. Okay. Great. All right. So those are key numbers. The other key number, the key thing on, there's a couple of, and one of your handouts, I believe, is the Google. Yeah, there's a handout that Bill sent to all of your email boxes. Is my Google Analytics handout. It just sort of talks about the key reports that I use when I use Google, what to look at, because Google Analytics is big and it's complicated and there's a zillion reports. But I just sort of narrowed it down. But one of the key ones I look at is the content, the page, what pages people are coming to. So if it's a blog, it'll be the posts. If it's a website like Sergeant Sullivan Center, it'll be what pages, because people don't come to the home page. They come in through all kinds of ways. So you want to know what they're reading, and that section in the lower right-hand corner is how you figure that out. So you can kind of look and see what people... and you'll see that happens very quickly with a blog. There are key posts that everybody comes to and other ones that nobody goes to. So, and they'll generally, you kind of work with that. So let me just, I can sort of, and feel free to interrupt at any point here. What I'm going to kind of talk about, unless anybody has any other questions, and you can take me in any direction that you want, is sort of what to do after you leave this class, and how to get found using, and sort of set up a quick system, how to get found online using social media, and sort of some things that you can do. And so I'm going to come at it from two directions because we have two different kinds of people here. So I'm like Ellen, you're looking at building some personal stuff and working for NGOs and doing filming on your own. And then Brendan and Dan are looking at, and the other Ellen, spreading your organizational messages. So you're both trying to promote either personally or your cause. So I kind of break things down as a sheet that's in your packet of stuff. I'll just show it to you. It looks like this sheet. It's just a handout. And basically what I talk about is the process of getting yourself out there. So you basically build some kind of a hub. So Dan, you've built Sergeant Center, Sullivan Center. That's your home. That's your hub. Ellen, you have a WordPress blog. That's your home. And then around that home, you built a network of sort of satellite places that you use to just display your, to send out your information and also to lead people back to your home. It's sort of like a wagon wheel. The hub is the center. That's your home. That's where things start. And then out of that comes spokes with different places. So those places can be your Facebook fan page, your LinkedIn, it might be your Twitter account, your Google Plus account, photo accounts, YouTube, all those kinds of things. So those all feed back into the home and bring people back. I break these down into two areas. There's active ones and passive ones. The passive ones are places you just kind of put stuff and it sits there. And the active ones are things you work all the time. So an example of a passive one, YouTube is passive. Facebook, YouTube is passive. Flickr is passive. Scribe, Squidoo, all these sort of places that you can put a video or put a picture, and they'll sit out there for years. And if you code them correctly with good titles and good links, they'll help bring people back to your home so people can find you and interact with you. Active ones, things you work with all the time. Twitter is an active one. Facebook is active. LinkedIn is active. And Google Plus. We're right at the beginning of Google Plus. You want to start paying attention to it. Facebook has 750 million people. Google Plus is Google's attempt to try to deal with that. They only have about 35 million people, something like that right now. But it's growing and everybody's trying to figure out how to use, but you can't ignore Google. And they're also tying all their platforms into it. So the photo part of Google Plus is Picasa, kind of like Flickr, but it's Picasa, all the Google properties. So you need to pay attention to it. And then, so that's sort of step one, is sort of building this system. So you can't just sort of rely on one thing and kind of leave it and forget it. You have to sort of actively manage it.